Blue Ivy Carter is more than a name. She's a symbol of legacy, of possibility, and of a generation born into brilliance. As the firstborn of music and cultural icons Beyoncé and Jay-Z, Blue Ivy entered the world on January 7, 2012, with the world already watching. But over time, she's become more than the daughter of superstars. She's a young woman beginning to forge her own identity, one step, one spotlight, one poetic moment at a time. From her very first cries, literally featured on Jay-Z's track Glory, Blue Ivy has been surrounded by artistry. Her parents, titans of music and business, built their empires through vision, discipline, and soul. That same foundation now surrounds Blue Ivy, but her journey isn't about inheritance. It's about intention. Her early life was closely guarded, but when she appeared, she did so with grace, poise, and a kind of magnetism rare even among adults, let alone children. The cameras couldn't help but follow her, but what stood out wasn't just her lineage, it was her presence. In 2020, Blue Ivy became one of the youngest Grammy winners in history for her contribution to Beyoncé's song, Brown Skin Girl, a celebration of black beauty and pride. Her voice, young but assured, opened the song with elegance. And when the music video dropped, it was Blue Ivy's radiance that helped deliver the message that every shade, every girl, every identity deserves to be seen and celebrated. She wasn't just participating, she was contributing. She was stepping into a role not many her age could comprehend, let alone carry. Her Grammy win was historic, but more importantly, it was authentic. She earned it not by association, but through artistry. She received the BET Her Award, NAACP Image Awards, and Soul Train Music Awards, all before becoming a teenager. Each accolade marked a step not toward fame, she was already famous by birth, but toward credibility. It's one thing to be known. It's another to be respected. Yet Blue Ivy's significance isn't just musical. It's cultural. Every appearance, whether courtside with her father or dancing on stage during Beyoncé's Renaissance World Tour, feels like a chapter in a larger story, one that echoes with meaning. She's poised, stylish, and increasingly vocal. But she's also grounded. Her parents have done something rare. They've raised a child in the limelight who seems centered, unburdened by the weight of celebrity. Blue Ivy doesn't come across as precocious or pressured. She comes across as powerful. During the Renaissance Tour, Blue Ivy began performing on stage with her mother, dancing alongside seasoned professionals. Her presence was met first with surprise, then with overwhelming praise. Not just because she held her own, but because she embodied joy. You could see it in her movements, in her expressions. She wasn't there because she had to be. She was there because she loved it. And as the tour progressed, fans began to wait for her. They cheered her with the same energy as they did Beyoncé. Blue Ivy became a part of the spectacle, a part of the magic. She's also becoming a fashion icon in her own right. Whether styled for events or making casual appearances, her looks draw attention. Not in a forced or artificial way, but as a reflection of her evolving personality. She carries herself with confidence, often blending childhood whimsy with sophistication. In every red carpet moment, she seems both aware of the spotlight and in control of how she meets it. For a generation raised online, she offers a different kind of influence, one that feels authentic, organic, and aspirational. Blue Ivy's influence, though, extends beyond aesthetics and awards. She's part of a broader movement of young black girls rewriting narratives. In a world that often rushes to define and confine, she remains an open book. She represents potential, the idea that black girlhood can be celebrated, protected, and empowered. Through her mere presence, she challenges outdated ideas of who gets to shine and why. She is, in many ways, a living response to years of invisibility in media and pop culture. Her upbringing is also a masterclass in legacy building. Beyoncé and Jay-Z haven't just created wealth, they've created lanes. From music to fashion to activism, they've expanded what's possible. And now, through Blue Ivy, that expansion continues. But what's most beautiful is how they've allowed her to find her own rhythm. There's no sense of performance for performance's sake. Every move feels intentional, every step a choice. That autonomy, rare in celebrity culture, is perhaps the greatest gift they've given her. As she enters her teenage years, Blue Ivy stands at a fascinating crossroads. She could choose any path: music, fashion, activism, business, or something entirely new. And whatever path she chooses, she'll walk it with an audience ready to follow. But unlike so many child stars before her, there's a sense that she won't be led by expectation. She'll be led by purpose. She is already showing signs of someone who will shape rather than be shaped. Whether writing poetry, dancing on stage, or simply offering a quiet smile in the crowd, Blue Ivy communicates something deeper. She's not in a rush. She's not chasing relevance. She's learning, growing, and creating on her terms. And while many children of celebrities find themselves compared to their parents, Blue Ivy invites a different kind of narrative. She honors her parents' legacy, but she's not boxed in by it. She's emerging as a multidimensional individual with her own instincts and perspectives. Already, fans speculate what she might do next. Will she release her own album? Direct a documentary? Launch a fashion label? Whatever the next move is, the anticipation comes not from pressure but from curiosity, because Blue Ivy has already shown us she has something to say. What makes her truly fascinating is that she occupies a cultural space between generations. She's young enough to relate to Gen Alpha and old enough to influence Gen Z. Her presence at award shows, public events, and on social media is both inspiring and instructive. She's teaching young girls that you can grow up in the limelight without losing yourself. That poise and authenticity are not opposites, they're partners. And she's just getting started. Imagine Blue Ivy at 18, at 25, at 30. Imagine the artist, the advocate, the visionary she might become. It's not far-fetched to think she could run her own company, headlining initiatives for girls' education, environmental sustainability, or arts empowerment. She may take to directing, to producing, to crafting narratives not only through music but through film and storytelling. Her imagination is the only limit, and it seems limitless. She may also choose a quieter life, one grounded in simplicity and away from the spotlight. And even then, she will have left a mark. Her early years alone have made her an icon in the making. Her ability to impact culture just by being herself is a rare kind of influence. Already, educational theorists and cultural critics discuss the Blue Ivy effect, the idea that young people can become cultural agents long before adulthood. That when nurtured with care and given space, youth can lead with clarity. And Blue Ivy has led, not with loud declarations, but with quiet confidence. In a world that moves fast, she reminds us of the power of growing intentionally, of not rushing the journey, but honoring every stage. From toddler to tween, Blue Ivy has captivated a generation not because she tried to, but because she simply was. And that authenticity is magnetic. She walks a line very few can balance: legacy and individuality, fame and privacy, youth and maturity. And in walking it, she shows us how it's done, with grace, with humor, and with light. If you believe in legacy shaped by intention, if you've ever seen the next generation carry the torch and light the way forward, if you understand that greatness isn't inherited, it's chosen, then don't let this tribute end here. Like this to celebrate brilliance in bloom. Share with someone who believes in power at any age. Subscribe to M-Star Hub for more stories of rising icons. Until next time, shine unapologetically, move authentically, and remember, some are born in the spotlight. Blue Ivy was born to command it.